Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. And before we start anything, let me show you my account for credibility purposes and be fully transparent. Let's just need my Celsius. I need my Celsius. Okay. Better. So before anything, as you guys can see, so far on the day, we have made $1,200. Let me refresh the page. So you got, oh fuck, we made it. We made an extra $200. I guess in just 5 minutes. These are gonna be the stocks that are paying me the most so far. Nvidia, we're up 88%. HCH is gonna be up 35%. LUMN 23%. FORM 21. Then we go up 9%. And that's the thing. The reason why I trade this type of stocks, which is gonna be mid cap stocks, is because on one day they can run up from 10% all the way to 50%, and in reality, the S&P 500 can only give you from 8% all the way to 12% every 12 months, which is nothing. Why am I telling you this? Because I'm investing myself into the S&P 500. I've been investing into the S&P 500 for the past 3 years, well, 2 years and a half. And all in all, I have made 19% on my total investment, which is nothing. 19% in 3 years, bro. I made 23% only on today. I made 10% from one stock only today. What do you mean 20% in 3 years? Now let's go into every single stock that I was able to go in today, my entries, my X's, my losses, which today we had no losses, as you guys can see. My losses will be out here in the bottom. Every time I have a loss, you guys will see right here in the bottom, it's going to say NA with the ticker symbol on the left. In this case, no losses, but let me refresh one more time. Hopefully we're up an extra 300. Same thing. Okay, whatever. Let's put it to the side and let's get it going. So the first stock, which one was the first stock that I want to show you guys? Okay, let's go with the Sapphire. Sapphire, we're only up 2%, which is nothing. Let's start slow. Let's start with Sapphire. SPHR. Now, why did I enter on Sapphire? As you guys can see, I entered yesterday and I entered today as well. And in total, I have $6,000 on Sapphire. And so far, it's only 2%. Now, let me show you my whole strategy. To begin with, I have two screens in my computer. The first one's going to be the daily time frame on the left and the 1 minute time frame on the right. I usually see my A+ setups or any type of setups on the daily time frame, and on the 1 minute, that's where I enter my trades or I exit. I'm going to show you exactly what that means. So before anything, let me remove all of this. Clear set. Fuck it, let me clear it. So whenever I want to enter a stock, the number one criteria that I want to see, and I'm going to show you every single requirement that I have before I enter a stock. But the first requirement that I have is that the stock itself has to be on a bullish uptrend. What does that mean? If you guys do not know what a bullish uptrend means, the following. It's going to be going up. However, stocks itself, they never go up in a straight line like this. They're going to go up in a pattern, in a staircase scenario, such as this one. They go up, they come back down. They go up, they come back down. They go up, they come back down. And it's always going to do that. It's been doing that since the beginnings of time. Nothing's going to change. Now, if you already know that that's the pattern, what you're going to do is you're going to try to catch it as it comes back down to the 10 SMA, which that's my second requirement. Second requirement is going to be that every singular SMA is going to be stocked up all on top of each other. If you do not know what an SMA means, it's simple moving averages. All you got to do is go to your studies and add the following. Add the 10, 21, 15, 200. If they're stocked up all on top of each other and they're stocked up in numerical order, that right there is going to be the second sign for us to enter. Third sign for us to enter is going to be once we see that the stock has run up a significant amount, such as this one, we have run out a good 60% since August, which is nuts. Now, what we're going to do in this case, we're going to wait for it to come back down to the 10 or 21. I usually like the 10. And just because it touches the 10 doesn't mean that we're gonna go all in straight away. No, we're gonna have to wait for confirmation. Our confirmation is gonna be volume. So that's everything that I use. I use volume, SMAs, and an uptrend. That is my whole strategy, believe it or not. It's as simple as that. And every day in the morning, I spend no more than 20 minutes looking at the charts and I make my money. So just today, I spent no more than 15 minutes today. Actually, by accident, I woke up late. I usually wake up at 8 in the morning, and I start trading by 8:30. But today, I actually woke up at 8:30 on the dot, and yeah, well, that's besides the point. Okay, so let's recap so you guys can have this information drilled in your fucking crane. First requirement: the stock has to be on a bullish momentum. Second requirement is going to be that the SMAs, the 10, 21, 15, 200, got to be stacked up all on top of each other in numerical order. Meaning that if you have the 50 under the 200 and all of this doing whatever the fuck they want to do, that's not what we want. At that point, the trade is invalid. I don't care if we're going up on an uptrend, it doesn't matter. Second requirement, once we have made that significant move, now we're going to have to wait for a quick retrace or slow down back to the first EMA, my bad, SMA, which is going to be the 10 SMA. In this case, is going to be right here. Now, the last requirement that we're going to need is going to be volume. So whenever we see volume spiking up, that's when we want to enter, such as this one. For example, me, I missed this. I missed all of these days right here, which I don't really care. But yesterday was when I entered, because out of anything, yesterday we came back down to the 10. And this day we had a lot of volume, even though it was selling volume, but still I didn't take it on this day. The next day, which was yesterday, and it was earnings, we see this massive amount of volume just spiking up. And I was like, okay, it's time for us to take it. There's no way we're not going to take it. So as you guys can see right here, volume. And I actually took it pretty late. I think I took it around this area, around here. Let me just delete this. Well, and the last and the last bonus requirement and the last thing that gave me conviction and more credibility for me to take this trade, you guys do not gotta have it, but if you guys have it, if you guys see it, might as well take it. That's just gonna give you more conviction. It's gonna be that for the past 3, 4, 5 days, we were rejecting this particular sector, which is what is it? It's 69.65. We didn't reject this area once. We didn't reject it twice. We rejected it over 4 or 5 times, as you guys can see. Fuck. Ah, fuck. We rejected it once, twice, just so you guys can see. 3, 4, and 5. So we've been rejecting this area for the past 5 consecutive days, or the 5 week and a half. Now, what that means? That means that as soon as we have our strategy play out in our favor and we have volume, this right here, the breaker structure is just a add-on. If you guys have it, might as well send it. But if you guys don't have it, still, if you guys see everything else, just still check the trade and make more and make some money. Now, in this case, as soon as I see us breaking above this particular sector, which is 69.65, I just took it. I said, fuck it. I took it. And today, as you guys can see, we blew past it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Today, I'm not gonna lie, since I woke up late, I think I took this trade like around here. So far, I'm up like 3%. Not a lot, but it's still way more than the S&P 500 in one day. So whenever you take the trade, what we're gonna do is we're always gonna fuck, where the fuck is this shit doing this? We're always gonna set our stop loss at the low of day of that particular day when we took the trade. In this case, it's gonna be this day. Let me just put this as red. Boom. And our take profits are gonna be the following. Take profits are always gonna be 20%, 30%, 40, 50, 60, and it moves forward on increments of 10 percentages. Now, every time we hit a new 10%, I sell 30% of the whole position. So let's say I have $6,000. I do 6,000 times 30%. Now, once we hit those 30%, we do the same thing. Then 40, then 50, then 60. In this case, I'll show you a good example on exactly what that means. I took a trade that took me from 0 to 250% in less than a month. I'll say less than 3 weeks. This was one of my best trades so far. It's this one. Let me go back. Boom, there you go. So my stop loss was this one, and this is a 1 to 50 or 1 to 40 or whatever. So in essence, my stop loss, as you guys can see, in essence, my stop loss was this particular sector, which is nothing. I think it's like $1 or $2, no, maybe $1.50. But in essence, the amount of money that I was able to recover, the amount of money that I was able to gain, it's crazy. I was able to make, I think, on this particular stock, like more than $5,000 alone in less than a month. But as you guys can see, the strategy works. All you guys got to do is follow the same thing. It's simple as that. Now, let's go into my second stock. By the way, it's actually breaking up. I might take it. If I would have been smart, I would have taken it yesterday because look at that volume. But we might have a second chance on this day right here. Actually, today or tomorrow, but whatever. Now, let's go into my second stock that I'm making actually money from it. It's gonna be, let's see, which one should I take? MKR 4%. Okay, LMND. That's the one that I took today. And so far I'm up 10% on that one, which is nuts. As you guys can see. Right now it's going down a little bit, but fuck it. So, first things first. It's gonna be, let me delete all of this. Okay, I had to close my door, but now that it's fully closed. Okay, so a few things that I've noticed with this stock and why I decided to take it, it's gonna be the same thing. Listen up, because this right here is what turned me profitable, and I hope that it could do the same thing. And the strategy is so simple that even a baby can replicate it. And I'm not even playing when I tell you that. So I'm gonna go back to the same requirements. First things first, the stock has to be on an uptrend, and we're gonna be on the daily time frame. So each individual candle right here represents one day. So a stock on an uptrend, check, we're good. Second thing is gonna be that the SMAs are gonna be stocked up all on top of each other. We got the 10, 21, 15, 200, check, numerical order. If the 200 is and above of the 10, 21, whatever, invalid trade. In this case, we're good. Second thing is going to be that once we have made the big move that we were hoping for, is going to be that we are going to wait for a quick retracement back to the 10 SMA. As you guys can see here, in this case, I've been watching the stock for the past week. So this right here was somewhat of our big move. So right here, when they kind of like retrace back, this day I didn't want to take it because of course we didn't have no volume whatsoever. But today, we actually got up due to earnings, and as soon as the stock market started, and as soon as the market opens, volume started surging like crazy. So at that point, I knew, okay, we're gonna have to take it. We're in. Let's go. As soon as I took it, because of volume, of course, if we would have had no volume, I would have taken this trade. And mind you, I'm making already 10% on this trade. I took it roughly around, let's see, I think I took it right here, 71.49. 71.49, a little bit late, not gonna lie, but still. Fuck it, there you go. So this right here is gonna be our stop loss. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be somewhat of a big stop, but still, whatever happens, happens. And our take profit, I usually don't have a take profit. I just set up my stop loss, but I have a mental take profit at 20%, 30, 40, 50. But in essence, what we want to see, so far we're up 10%. This is 10%. 20% is gonna be rough around here. But trust me, with this type of stocks that I'm trading, you can easily gain 40, 50, 60, 100% in less than a week. So let's say that being conservative, our stop's going to be at 100. I mean, our take profit's going to be at 100. That's already a 1 to 5. Who do you know is making a 1 to 5 on a regular daily basis? I really don't know a lot of people, to be honest. A lot of motherfuckers that trade, they usually make, I don't even know, 3 to 1, 2 to 1, 1 to 1. But yeah, I guess I just love to make more money. And as you guys can see on the 1 minute time frame, as soon as we broke that level that I was hoping for, we never came back down and touched my stop loss like ever. It just flew past it. That is pretty much it. As of right now, okay, as of right now, let's see. Sapphire is going up. So quick check on the stock market. 1,300, down 100. Not bad, not bad. Still, we're not taking profits. That's why. And usually, when I love to take profits, are gonna be at the end of the day, usually after 2 p.m. Eastern time or roughly around 1:30 Eastern time. That's when I love to take profits because that's when you see a lot of trading activity, especially investors coming in, buyers coming in, and a lot of it. Give me 1 second, my cat's crying. Milo, what happened? Are you good? Okay, my bad. I really don't know what my cat's doing. Now, let's go into the second trade that I took, which is going to be, my bad, third, MARK, which is paying us well as well. MARK. That's not the one. Is that the one? Oh, it's KR. My dumbass. Okay, boom, easy. As you guys can see, I already pretty much did the whole formula for you guys. But fuck it, let me just rerun it. Same thing. Again, the formula and the equation, everything's gonna be so simple. But let's do it so you guys can actually have it. First things first. Let me get rid of this. Okay, perfect. So first things first, what we're gonna have is gonna be a huge move to the upside. In this case, we do have it. Second thing, EMAs, my bad, SMA stacked up all on top of each other. We have the 21, my bad, 9. We have the 10, 21, 50, and 200 all stocked up in numerical orders. That right there is a good sign. That means bullish momentum, a shit ton of bullish momentum, and that's what we want. Second thing is gonna be once we have made the huge move to the upside, you guys could have taken it on this day, this day, this day, this day, but I missed all of those because this stock has not been on my watch list until last week. And when I decided to take it, it was this day, which it was like 2 days ago. The reason being is because we have already made the move to the upside. We came back down to retest the 10 SMA. This day could have been a perfect day, but I missed it. Now, the second best day would have been this day, not really because we didn't have volume, but this day we had a shit ton of volume, and that's when I entered. Now, one thing that also gave me a lot of credibility and a lot of conviction, it was that we were breaking this structure, we were breaking this resistance line at 33.55 because we have been rejecting this line for the past week. We have been rejecting this line once, two, three. Are you serious? 4 times. And the day that we broke it, we actually broke it with a lot of volume, which was 2 days ago. And I enter right at right at 35 dollars on the dot. That's when I enter. A little bit late, but fuck it. There you go, 35. And the stop loss is gonna be at the low of day. Boom. Now that we have this out of the way, I want you guys to see this. So far, this stock moved up like a good 20%, even after we bought it, and we bought it on the same day. The same day, this shit just flew, as you guys can see. Boom. And yesterday it went down a little bit. Today we're actually surging back up. We haven't saw it yet, but it is what it is. Now, also one last thing: the moment that we come back down and we break the 10 SMA and we stay under the 10 SMA, the stock is donezo. Like you guys are supposed to get rid of it because 9 times out of 10, once we break the 10 SMA and we close under it, that's a bad sign, and yeah, it's probably gonna flush. So every time we break the 10 SMA, I just cut all my losses. I sell everything, and that is pretty much it. So that's my whole strategy. Let me see. Do we have any other stocks that I enter? We have LUMN, LC. We do have one last one. Let me show you guys, which is not a lot. We're up 2%, actually 3% on the day on this one. Let me show you exactly. Let me delete everything. Okay, first things first. I'm gonna run through this as fast as I can so you guys can see everything, how simple it is. First thing, stock has made a huge move up. Why the fuck do I have this? The stock has made a huge move up to the upside. Second thing, EMAs all stocked up. 10, 21, 15, 200, all stocked up in numerical orders. Second thing, after we have made that move, we came back down to the 10 SMA. Now we're going. Now, just because we touch the 10 SMA doesn't mean that we need to buy it. We're gonna buy it as soon as we see some volume and we see some investor activity and buying opportunities, such as this day. Now, why is this day so important for me as well? Well, as you guys can see, the volume has been going up for a while. Yesterday could have been the perfect day, but I missed it. It is what it is. But today, also the reason why I bought it is because we broke this little structure. It's not that big of a structure. But we broke this one. We rejected 18.06 once, twice, and today we broke it with more volume than usual. And I decided to enter. And once again, as soon as we enter, we set up our stop at the low of day and the high of day. So far, if I decide to sell it right now, look, that's a 1 to 3 RR, which is crazy. I always hold my runners and I just call my losses as soon as possible. So I'm still gonna let this run. Um, Let me see anything else that I'm missing because I want to give you guys as much as value as possible. And as you guys can see, we never came down to touch or stop loss like ever. So whenever I see this, also, if you actually want to take more risk, what you can do is this is how I started. So this is exactly how I started. Is that as soon as I see something breaking up, such as this one, I always look at the 1 minute time frame. I look at the 1 minute and the first candle. As soon as we break the first candle, I enter my position, and the stop loss is always going to be a low of day, and I just let it ride. At this point, you're maximizing your profits. If anything, I could have made way more money than I would have. Actually, would I? Yeah, well, usually you can definitely make more money. In this case, since I woke up a little bit late, I think I took it right here. But in essence, once you break this level, the 1 minute time frame, at that point, you're gonna be able to allocate more cash and more capital, and this shit can easily run. So that's why I use the 1 minute time frame, and I also use the 1 minute so I can put my stop loss all the way at the low of day, and I can see how everything's going on intraday. Other than that, guys, take my strategy. Please replicate my formulas. I've been on the stock market for the past 5 years since 2020. You guys can go and look at my Instagram. I have everything documented, and for 4 years. I have been unprofitable. I wasn't making money. I lost over $150,000 on my own capital. And it wasn't until last year, December, when I started to be profitable. I'm consistently making money through the stock market, which is fucking crazy. And this is the same strategy that has allowed me to do so. I'm not selling anything at all. I want you to get informed properly and for free. So check all of my videos on my YouTube channel. And at the end of the day, I want you guys to win as well. A lot of people were calling me crazy. A lot of people were calling me dumb because I was always behind the computer in the stock market every morning. Think about it. Every morning at 9:30 on the dot, I'll be behind the computer waiting for the stock market to open. Back then, I was in New York. And my mom and dad would be like, why the fuck are you in the stock market to this day, even though you're consistently making money? Because I knew in the back of my mind that at one point, one day, something's going to click. And if that was going to happen, I just needed to be consistent with it. So in reality, I am in the I am in the apartment where I'm at right now because I never gave up, and you guys can do as well. Other than that, guys, please, if you have any questions, drop it in the comments down below, and also follow me on Instagram if you want to see my personal life, if you want to see somewhat of daily lifestyle, business, all of that. Other than that, appreciate you guys.